Good morning. This is Morning Thunder with the Big JB. Here I am in my car, in that spot. Only a few more times, being here in this spot before I'm in my new job. I may not have some videos to post on those days. We'll see what happens. Those days that I'm as I transition from the current job into the new job. I don't know how the video production is going to go, but you know what? I'll have to figure it out. Had a good weekend this weekend. Showed my youngest Empire Strikes Back for her birthday. Kind of a tradition on birthdays to show them the Star Wars movies. She hasn't seen the rest of the movies, and I was thrilled that when it came to Darth Vader revealing that he was Luke's father, she was like, "What?" She was totally surprised, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the reaction right there." Especially since it's been out so long, it's like everybody knows. So I expected it to be spoiled much earlier, but it wasn't, and it was a delight to sit there and watch it with her. And spent some time around the house. Didn't do a lot of house cleaning or anything else like that. Didn't really want to do anything, and so I just kind of stayed at home. Woke up grouchy on Saturday. Oop, here's a yawn. Sorry. Haha, you just yawned. Woke up grouchy on Saturday. Woke up worse on Sunday. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's being tired. It's like I said before, there's some change happening, so I'm probably experiencing some stress because of the change. Not necessarily bad stress, but it is stress. I've got a lot on my mind of things that I need to accomplish before I'm done with my current job. But I'm looking forward to the transition. I'm looking forward to something new, as I've said so many times before. I watched a while ago a documentary on Netflix called Mansome. It was done by Morgan Spurlock. Not really hosted by him though, which was kind of interesting. He's the guy who did Super Size Me, and it's a great documentary. But be forewarned that if you watch it, if you've never seen it and you watch it, you will not want to eat in McDonald's for a very, very long time after you watch it. So if you love McDonald's, you might not want to see it. But if you love McDonald's, you probably need to see it. He decides that he's going to eat McDonald's for every meal, every day, for a whole year. And it is not good for him. He puts on a lot of weight, and his health suffers. And the doctor that he's going to, that kind of keeps checking up on him, says that his liver is working so hard that it's like that it looks like, or it is performing as if he were an alcoholic, which is really interesting because of the waste that it's having to process. So I thought that's really interesting, and in general, I like the way that he presents his stuff. I like him as a host, and so I watched this thing called Mansome, and it was like I can't remember what the tagline is. I'm not sure if they come out and say that it's all about men's products and things that are marketed to men. But I thought that it tried to approach the whole concept of what it means to be a man, which I don't think that the media knows how to address, and I don't think that we've done a good job. Here's another one. Excuse me. I don't think we've done a good job of addressing that, of how to be a man, what it means to be a man in our culture. I think that it has been twisted so many different ways that it starts out, a lot of people think that it's being macho and not expressing your feelings and all that other stuff. And then there's the period of time where we wanted men to be more sensitive and more in touch with their feminine side or whatever. And I don't think that as a society we've done very, very well. I don't think we've done a good job of helping young men to understand what real manhood is like. And so I was interested to see if they were going to talk anything about that, like what it really means to be a man. It spent a lot of time sort of focused on men's products and and things that men do, like growing a mustache or growing a beard. There's this guy who they feature who's just got this crazy long beard, and why he loves doing it. And the guy's kind of a jerk, honestly. I mean, I start watching it, and it's like he's a little out there. He really is kind of a jerk, very arrogant. So it didn't get to the heart of what I think it should have got to. And then there's one guy toward the end, and I may have mentioned this. I may have talked all about this already. I don't know. I was thinking about the things that I wanted to talk about on the video today, and I was like, man, I feel like I've talked about a lot of stuff. So I'm not sure if I've talked about this. But there's also a guy toward the end of the video who is like obsessed with his appearance. Like he says, my appearance is my hobby. Taking care of myself is my hobby. And, you know, he goes in to get his eyebrows threaded. If you don't know what that is, look up eyebrow threading. And if you've been to the mall, you probably have a little kiosk where they're doing eyebrow threading. But he goes into this, you know, beauty place and gets his eyebrows threaded. And he says, and he's not in there to get his whole eyebrows threaded. He's in there and he's looking in the mirror and he's like, there's like 3 or 4 hairs here that I want to get threaded and kind of give it a little bit more of an arch. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like 3 or 4 hairs? And then she's, you know, he's laying down and she's threading his eyebrows and he's like, oh, that felt like more than 3 or 4. And I love her response. Her response is just, and that's it. She doesn't say anything else. And I don't know. He's trying to look good and everything else, and he wants to go out and get girls. And so he's out at a bar and he's talking. And I'm like, dude, when a woman finds out how much time and that you're putting into your appearance and how obsessed you are with your appearance, she's not going to want to stay with you. I mean, talk about high maintenance. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe there are relationships that work, that have been like that, but I have never met a married couple who have successfully, who have stayed married and maintained that kind of attention to their appearance. You know, hair products, getting haircuts, pedicures, manicures, you know, all that kind of stuff. The guy too. I mean, that guy also was going through some of that. And you know what? If I'm not gonna lie, I would go get a pedicure with my wife if we did it as a fun date night thing, just the two of us, because it's her and I, right? That would be fun. The two of us would have a good time doing that. But I'm not going to go do it on my own. It's not like a guy's night activity. I don't have any interest in doing it other than just saying that I did it with my wife for fun, because I think it would be fun to do with her. But yeah, some of these guys are a little out there. Anyway, I have talked long enough. I am going to get to the office. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And thank everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. This has been The Big JB. Follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfTheBigJB. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.